Kenny.
Whoa.
Goonies never say die, do they?
They never do, ever.
And we don't either here on the Classic Blend Show.
Well, you killed Sloth.
You stepped right over my whole thing.
You did say die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that bothers me.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. Chris, sit down. We need to talk. Welcome to Classic Blend 62. Chris has to apologize to everybody.
No, I'm not apologizing. That's what happens. Anyway, the reason I'm not apologizing is because here on Classic Blend, we make things up. You understand? Yeah. We use our imaginations. We have these two properties from where?
The yesteryear of the 80s.
And from where? What categories do we pull from?
Movies and TV shows and toys this week and video games.
Oh, yeah. And we take those things and we make really cool new little side ditties, sequels. Prequels, that's right.
Take characters, locations.
We use our imaginations and we combine these things into something brand new, which is why...
shared universe. Every movie is connected to every single movie. And when we're done with movies, we're going to connect every single movie with a video game and a toy, and there's going to be cross-promotion. You, like Fatal Attraction toys.
Weird.
It's going to happen, like one day.
Anyway, that's why I'm not apologizing, because it's imagination is the name of the game.
All day long.
Remember that when you were a kid, you had imagination? Anyway, what are we going on? Movie Squat? Want to jump into that?
Yes, sit tight. Make yourself some popcorn. Right?
Let's do it.
Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Squat.
Don't burn it. Thank you so much for sticking around for the Movie Squat.
You stayed for the intro, and now you're here for movie.
Well,
I was going to say for the retro.
We enticed them.
Did we though?
I like to think.
Kenny, did we though?
I like to think. Chris, shut up. Shut up. They're looking. They're watching.
They're watching us. Movie Squad is where we take two randomly generated movies that the universe said, hey, fellas, here. And we said, oh. And we said, Ken's going to like this. And he said, Chris is going to like that. And we're going to talk about them. Then we're going to make a brand new movie because it's an 80s shared universe.
I've heard nothing since he said, oh.
And that doesn't matter because they did and they loved it. Here we go. Kenny, you have a movie. You're going to show me what it is. And I'm going to write it down on my piece of paper.
Wow, he's actually going to write it as we do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy.
What's you got?
Okay, here you go.
Videodrome. Oh, all right.
Videodrome.
All right. Videodrome. That's Peter Weller?
No, Peter Weller. Come on, man. James Woods.
Oh, James Woods. You know why I said Peter Weller? Say it.
Robocop.
That's right.
Robocop. Man.
Robocop.
Right, this is going to work really well. All right.
Kenny.
No.
Tell me about Videodrome, because Videodrome is a movie. I know of the movie.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie, but I can't remember what it was about, though.
It's a David Cronenberg joint, Chris, from the year 1983. It's basically a horror movie. James Woods stars as Max Wren. Sonia Smith stars as Bianca Oblivion. Kind of spelled like O'Brien.
Oblivion. Yeah, I gotcha. Apostrophe.
You get it? So it obviously Irish.
Yeah.
Deborah Harry is in it. You might know her as Debbie Harry from Blondie. She's in there as Nikki Brand, I think her name is.
Nikki Brand name.
Yeah.
What's the?
So here's the thing. There's a dude, all right, named Max Wren, played by James Woods, and he's the president of a TV show, specialized in sensationalistic programming.
Like The Running Man.
So.
Right, like it's like a
it's movies and stuff like that. But he sees there's a satellite dish that can intercept signals, and there's a signal from Malaysia from a TV show called Videodrome, which is basically people being tortured and killed, and eventually killed. Real. Tortured and eventually killed.
Like snuff films, basically. Yeah. They were broadcasting snuff films.
So he takes this stuff. He believes it's the future of television. All right.
And this is James Woods.
So James Woods.
Yeah.
And he takes a show when he starts broadcasting it, and he basically steals it.
Okay.
Right? He steals the show. So he takes it. It messes with his mind. It causes hallucinations.
One sec. This takes place in the future. Is it supposed to be
Toronto? Yeah.
Like the not too distant future? That old gag.
Set in Toronto during the early 1980s. No, present day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so not future.
Interesting.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, unlike Robocop.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's this girl goes missing. I don't know. I'm skipping to the end.
Skip it. Yeah, just what
he comes up to a hallucination. Anybody who watches this thing hallucinates because there is inside the broadcast. It carries a broadcast signal that causes the viewer to develop malignant brain tumors. Jesus. He actually believes his chest has become a VCR.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody inserts like a videotape into his chest at the end of the movie.
See, that's because when you're a kid, and I watched that as a kid, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, it's like this crazy weird.
So it's
thing.
all in his head. It's all because it's a brain tumor.
Yeah, and the guy, who originally made this thing, he originally created it. It was a vision of the future. It was supposed to help people, and it was being used maliciously for the purging of North America. People were supposed to watch this stuff, go nuts, and just die and kill themselves and everything like that. So, it was supposed to take out lowlives that fed on this stuff, that wanted to watch junk like this, because nobody in their right mind would watch stuff.
Yeah,
People being tortured and killed. That's not normal.
Right.
So that was the way to get rid of those people. Yeah. Curious people. Anybody.
So it was a culling of the population.
That's basically all there is to it.
Ingenious, crazy.
So he murders everybody at his TV show. Attempts to murder Bianca, but she shows a videotape of Nikki, the girl, being strangled to death and everything like that on the show. Then she reprograms him. Bianca reprograms him to turn against Videodrome. So he kills the people who were maliciously using the tapes.
Wow. That's crazy.
He needs to ascend to the next level and leave the old flesh. He ends up killing himself. And that's supposedly how it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So he utters the words, "Long live the new flesh," and kills himself. But there was this crazy thing where somebody inserts a videotape into his chest.
I remember that scene. That's like the only thing I remember from that movie.
Hallucinations, which his torso transforms into a gaping hole that functions as a VCR.
It's so weird.
It's so strange.
What kind of VCR? Was it
It was like this.
Yeah? It's a Quasar?
Always, man.
Nice.
So just strange movie, but...
Can I get the Robocop? You know you want Robocop.
Let's talk about it.
You know you want some Robocop.
See, this could have come up last week because I have my Robocop shirt on.
Oh, that's true.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And you know what I was thinking about today? And I was like, you know what? I long for the day we get something like Robocop. I was thinking about that on the way here, and I had no idea you had Robocop.
When I got it, I was like, boop, yes! I was like, this is... All right, Robocop.
Alex Murphy. Let's go.
1987.
Lewis.
1987. This movie directed by Paul Verhoeven.
We had a band named after one of the characters from Robocop.
Yep, Clarence Boddicker.
Yep.
We called it Boddicker's Whammy Bar. But I'll get to Clarence.
Okay.
This movie is again directed by Paul Verhoeven, written by Edward Neumeier, Michael Miner. Like you said, stars Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, Dan O'Hurley, Kurtwood Smith.
Oh, you didn't say Kurtwood Smith this time.
No, I knew it was Kurtwood. I always called him Kirkwood, and that's why I just said it like that. Yeah. Miguel Ferrer. Right? And Ronnie Cox. Mm-hmm. Set in a crime-ridden Detroit, Michigan in the near future, Robocop centers on a police officer named Alex Murphy, played by Weller, who was murdered by a gang of criminals and subsequently revived by the mega corporation.
Yeah, gotcha. But that could be like the snuff film.
OCP.
Keep going.
Yeah, OCP. And he's a cyborg. It's Robocop. Mm-hmm. You know Robocop.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of stuff from Robocop, all right? Let's okay, you know the story. That's the story. He gets murdered brutally, turns into RoboCop. This spawned a whole bunch of sequels, a reboot, miniseries. Yeah, you saw that, right? Miniseries, television series, and the miniseries are both Canadian, by the way. Did you know that? There was not here
really?
in.
Well, they did a lot of stuff in Canada. Battlestar Galactica was Canadian.
No, but it didn't air here, or if it did,
the TV show
did it? Did it air here? Well, anyway. And plus, video games, comic books.
Like that, right?
What?
Prime Directives?
No, that was the miniseries, the TV series. Prime Directives was set 10 years after the series.
TV movies as well, I believe.
That was Prime Directive.
What was it?
There was a miniseries of 4 movies, basically.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, yeah, it spawned a lot of stuff. So a lot of different things. Initially it was given a X rating because it was very gory and very gratuitous, and so the director, Paul Verhoeven, he brought it back and got an R rating. But you've seen the cut, right? The director's cut, basically, that has all the good stuff in it.
Well, it was more ridiculous.
It was just more gory. It just had more gore, is basically what
But that
happened.
was the thing when Ed 209 was like shooting the guy on the table.
More
Just
continued
kept
shooting
the
it,
guy, shooting
or
but it became so comical and ridiculous.
Well,
that
that's the thing. Why?
It was worse, I feel,
Although,
in the shorter edit than it was in the
Peter
longer
Weller,
edit.
though, his death scene, that was insane.
Yeah,
though. They cut that down.
That was one thing, man. I would never like that part.
That was insane.
I never liked that part. That I couldn't stand
it. Was
that's why to see Kurtwood Smith as a comedy actor is ridiculous to me.
Yeah,
because I never watched that 70s show.
Exactly.
Couldn't do it.
I always thought the same thing.
He was mean. I was waiting for him to snap.
Yeah. So
fly,
there's a couple things. Here's the thing.
Bobby.
Ronnie Cox and Kurtwood Smith, they were known as intellectual they were known for the fatherly figure roles and intellectuals.
Bobby?
Yeah. So good in that though. What Verhoeven did was he gave Clarence Boddicker, played by Kurtwood Smith, spectacles to make him seem to give him that, oh yes, we know that this actor is an intelligent actor and he's played these roles before, but now we want him here. And I mean, just there's a lot of stuff. So what Peter Weller was chosen, they wanted Schwarzenegger to be.
Really?
It was hold on, I'll tell you, Schwarzenegger or Rutger Hauer.
Wow.
To be Robocop, but they were too big for the role. For the suit. They wouldn't be able to move in the suit.
Gotcha.
So Peter Weller gets signed.
The suit was designed?
So yeah, they made 6 suits, three in full intact ones, and then 3 for damage. It was based off of the human body, like muscles and stuff. They made it more shiny, so it appeared shiny on camera. There's a lot of things with the suit. I'm not going to go into all of it, but I think it was modeled off of hockey gear.
Did that with all the Batman and Robin suit.
Yeah, they did the same type of thing. But the thing with this one is, they were too big for the suit to be real functional. So they got Peter Weller, and initially Peter Weller and the person who was training him to walk in this suit, their initial idea was to make RoboCop live, like a snake and stuff, and that obviously wasn't going to happen in that suit.
RoboCop had presence.
Yeah,
when he took a step.
But they redid the whole thing though. So they redesigned the whole walking and his mannerisms and everything for Peter Weller and stuff like that. And the suit was over 100 degrees. It was a nightmare. They had to wear a bald cap. Yeah. They had to have an air conditioner pumped into the thing. There's just a lot of cool things. I mentioned his gun. They wanted it to be a Desert Eagle, but it just didn't work. So they redid the gun and they used the Beretta instead, and they extended the barrel and everything. And that piece wasn't attached to the suit. That was a separate piece that they had to activate separately.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So that wasn't it was all a separate thing.
Videotape ejecting.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm just trying to give you, a lot of different things. The reason Weller was also chosen was because Verhoeven thought that he could emote very well with the bottom of his jaw. He could really. There's a lot of character there, and that's what they wanted for RoboCop.
Right? Yeah. No, that's fine.
So a lot of good stuff. I mean, again, it's a really fun. I think it's a fun movie. I love the movie. There's a lot of iconic moments. The optic spike, that's amazing, right into Clarence's neck, and then the whole the melt they call it the melting man.
Yeah, gosh, that thing I could never even look at that either.
So crazy, man. We could talk about RoboCop the whole show, but let's do Videodrome and RoboCop now.
So
let me
get the obvious.
Here's the thing. To lighten the mood, he put in those "I'd buy that for $1" and the SUX 6000 commercials with the dinosaur and everything. They added those for a little levity to break up all of the deep
because it became a little bit
sadistic stuff. Yeah. Not only that, but those themselves
board
were
game.
Nukem. Yeah. But those were, yes, they were satirical, but they were also for the levity. They were also to bring up the mood to give people a little bit of a laugh. But yes, very satirical. So,
all right.
So my point of bringing that up is you have this Videodrome thing where people are trying to do that. By the way.
Sorry.
So it was beta, not VHS.
VHS was too big to fit in the chest cavity.
What I'm saying is,
but let's get the obvious out of the way. Yes, we could put a VCR inside of Robocop's
No,
chest.
no, I don't.
I know,
no,
but that's
no.
what I'm saying. His visor might look like a VCR.
I didn't think that at all, dude. I didn't think that at all.
We're getting all this out of the way. All right. What else could there be?
Wait, one pops open, and he could put it in.
Yeah, the VCR.
There was in the show, in one of the shows, they had another RoboCop that had two.
Really?
Yeah, in the miniseries of the show. But what I'm saying is, what if we did something with those satirical commercials, and can we mix it with with the video? What if the same people?
Yeah.
Malaysia.
Well, that's the thing is it was discovered it wasn't actually coming out of Malaysia.
It was the United States.
It was actually
okay.
Yeah.
So what if it's a rival corporation to OCP? There's a set a little bit. This is after RoboCop 1 or 2 maybe.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I think it was.
Not too far from Detroit.
Yeah, they found it it was being broadcast by.
So that's perfect. So it's
Pittsburgh.
another company. What if they try to take this? They're like, well, we're going to take over OCP's because they made Ed 209, right? They made the killer. They made the Crane monster, right? No, Crane. What was his name in the second one? Not Crane. Was it Crane? Oh my god.
I think it was. Yeah, I want to say it was, but they called it RoboCop 2. It was the RoboCop 2.
It was
project.
RoboCop 2. Yeah, but the King Creature is what they called it. King Creature.
Kane.
It was his name was Kane, but
Yeah.
he called it the King Creature. Like that was.
gotcha.
But my point is, what if we did it where they decide they want to try and take down and take control over, through these satirical commercial programming things,
And they're using the technology that was developed here.
yeah, they're just expanding on it now. It's
They're
in the
expanding
future.
it, and now they're putting it in regular commercials for regular
Right.
just consumption.
Right,
Gotcha.
that OCP
Okay.
is running and stuff, and now RoboCop gets involved, and he's like, he's the only one that can find them or not, or like maybe he gets like a detective as a partner or whatever.
RoboCop. How about? I don't want to say he's immune to it. Like everybody around him is becoming hallucinating. They're hallucinating.
Did he break free from the system in 1 or 2? RoboCop. Remember they reprogrammed him and everything.
Yeah, but he's immune to the effects.
There was a Wi-Fi. They didn't think of that. There's got to be Wi-Fi now.
He's immune to the effects of this thing. That's basically all there is.
Because it's not in his directives.
Because it's not his mind.
It's not rewriting his directives.
Right. It's not in his directives, and it's not in his mind. It's not. He can't control his brain because his brain is controlled by
the computer.
Yeah, the computer.
Yeah.
So
right. So the one time being digital is good and not having an analog brain.
We could bring in. You want to bring in some kind of Wi-Fi thing?
I'd like to give him another like enemy, like another controlled enemy. Like maybe there's.
Well, this enemy is everybody around him. Like everybody.
But humans don't pose much of a threat.
And that's the thing is they're
Unless
not
they have
just
rocket launchers.
But here's the thing: is everybody could kind of have an effect where it's not just people. I just don't think that. Like, it's not just Max envisioning himself as a VCR chest. Like, RoboCop sees all this on all the people. Like, how about that? It goes as far as... It doesn't affect him, but he sees...
How does he see?
He sees it because that's just the way everything... That's the only effect it has on him, is that he perceives how everybody else sees themselves. So you see people that look like VCRs, people who are fused with cars, people who are just like
that's
frozen
cool.
in the sidewalk, and like just the way it affects just different
so to
people.
him it's like this world is
To
gone
him, this world
crazy
is
and
nuts.
he can't
Kinda
make any sense of
right,
it.
kind of like Batman Begins, where just the Scarecrow had the thing and it was like
It made everyone
everybody's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
And I think that would be a really good idea.
That could be
RoboCop
cool.
is running around this world and it's like, who do I trust? Who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? I have no idea what. So he's got to go through this whole entire, like, even if he's just in Pittsburgh and he's going from Detroit to Pittsburgh and hey, we need you, and he goes there. And he's just getting out there, and it's just, we can have like people like the Melting Man. We can have crazy people.
The Ghost of Boddicker. That'd be kind of
Like
cool.
that would be kind of
right?
neat.
That'd be sick if that
kind of
happened.
be neat if
That's cool. I like that.
yeah. And all these crazy things. He's got to get through this and weed through
Okay.
this.
No, I like it.
That's a different take on RoboCop altogether. Because he doesn't know what's
It's
real,
more-
what's
it's
not.
more
Why
like-
is this person flying? And they
Yeah, to me it's like the comic. It'd be like a RoboCop comic.
I think it would be.
Because they did that kind of stuff in the comic, and I have a couple of those, and I like it. I like the idea.
All right.
That's a good idea.
So we're gonna go with that in RoboCop. Yeah.
What do we? I'd like to call it RoboCop : something.
RoboCop.
Like they had RoboCop Prime directives. What? I don't want to call it RoboCop Videodrome.
Yeah, RoboCop in Videodrome. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea.
You know what?
Just do it.
Yeah,
Right?
why
I mean,
not?
it kind of stinks. I don't want to call it like Robodrome. You know what I mean? Anything like that.
No, I want to say RoboCop.
Yeah. So
You know what?
I
like it. RoboCop in Videodrome.
Videodrome.
Yeah, that works. Very awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That was a good one.
I really like it. And actually, why don't they trap him like before the climax of the movie? They should trap him in a cell And it's like they're torturing Robocop and they're doing all this stuff, and then he comes out. He has a way to get out.
Are they trying to get him?
But they get him, and now everybody's watching this thing now, and they're watching Robocop in this cell getting like tortured, and they're like pulling parts off him or something like that.
Like they did in 2? Oh,
yeah, and then when he
bad.
fights at the end, stupid kids, man, pulled them apart.
Whatever. I liked it though.
I think it would be like a really, really good idea to have that, where there is that scene before it's like, oh gosh, he's gonna get weakened, and he actually fights at the end, and he doesn't have his like mask, and he, like maybe his eyes all bloodied now, and like he's different, he's changed, he's missing parts, he doesn't have the chest plate, and it's just wires exposed and stuff. I think that would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. I also like the idea. I've always loved the idea of something being televised where everyone's seeing.
Yeah,
it.
but that's where you get
that's
that
the whole point.
Running Man and
all those. I love that. I love that concept. Very cool.
I think that's a really good idea.
Robocop and Videodrome. Good stuff, Ken.
You know it. So yeah, Movie Squad's done.
It's moving on.
Yeah, hold tight. You might wanna set the VCR for this one because TubeSquat's coming up, Chris. TubeSquat's coming up. Don't go anywhere.
TubeSquat is where we are at, and sometimes it's where it's at. Why? Why would it be that? What do we do in the tube?
We take the TV shows from the 80s and we talk about them. Randomly generated. I have one. He has one. I don't know what he has. He doesn't know what I have. We're going to reveal them to each other right now. And we're going to eventually make something new out of it.
That's
80s
right.
Shared universe. The TV shows just keep coming. And
they never stop.
Yeah.
They just
so
get
he's
better
gonna
and
tell
better.
me what he wants.
What he's going to tell him? I'm going to tell him what I want. This is what I want.
Oh, my goodness.
Say it.
Is this the
Do
Scott
it.
Baio?
Do it.
Man, you're like on the just kick. Charles in Charge.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I got this too, and I was like, yes.
He's on a Scott Baio
I love
kick.
Charles in Charge. All right, go ahead.
So,
what do you got, my friend?
I have this show, which I can't seem to find a way of saying it. Do you know who any of these characters are?
Well, yeah, that's Leah Remini, that's Halle Berry, and you moved it. Now I can't see it. Can you show it to me so I can get your? Okay, get it off there. Get it off there.
Right here, Leah Remini.
Leah, right? Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. This girl was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
As the friend.
The friend.
Yeah.
Yep, you remember her.
Yeah. What's the name of the show?
The name of the show is Living Dolls.
Living Dolls. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It took way too long to get that out.
Chris. Charles in Charge. You're going to tell me about it, but not before I give you a little bit of... I want to know more about that. Living Dolls is a Who's the Boss spinoff. Go, by all means, tell me about Charles in Charge.
Okay. That's a little
I know.
That's a little spice.
I know.
You just throw a little spice out in the air. A little pepper.
Peaked, Chris.
I'm definitely... Interest is peaked. Charles in Charge of me. So here's how this works. God, I love the show. It's just there's a lot to talk about.
I wasn't into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Nicole
know they're
Eggert?
like two separate families or something
Okay,
like
so
that.
Charles in Charge is a series. It's Charles takes a job with the Pembrokes to help care for their 3 children, sons Jason and Douglas and daughter Lila. In exchange for his services, he gets room and board. He's a college kid. So to take care of these kids, he gets room and board. He gets to live there and go to college, right?
The American Dream.
The American Dream. 84 to 85, that was the Pembrokes. Then what happens is, I guess it went off the air or whatever, comes back in 87 to 1990. It was on CBS in 84 to 85, came back syndicated 87 to 90. When he comes back, okay, he moved, the Powell family moved into the house.
Same house.
Same house. He stayed on as a live-in, nanny, I guess.
Could you imagine going to buy a house and they're like, hold on, it comes with
Chachi. This guy.
It comes with Chachi.
I'm going to get the Chachi. Because if you recall from my Joni and Chachi, the Ellen Travolta, who happens to be John Travolta's sister, played Chachi's mom.
Yeah, and played the mom on.
And played also Charles's mom in here. Yeah. Chachi is short for what? Charles.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Chachi's short for Charles?
Yes.
Can I call you like Critchy? Cricket?
Chuchi? Chuck? I like Chuck. Anyway, so they agreed to let him sublet the house, and then it's a weird scenario. The grandfather moved in with them. Willie Ames was in, but remember Willie Ames? See, this is the thing. Willie Ames is from Eight is Enough, right?
I don't remember that, but go ahead.
Okay, I think it was Eight is Enough.
All right.
Or what other show? Oh man,
he's gonna have to go click on him.
I'm gonna click on him. Willie Ames. I always knew Willie Ames from Charles in Charge, but apparently he had this whole other life as a whole other character from another show, but I knew him from Charles. And I would, and every time
Wait,
someone
was the same character from another show?
8 is Enough. Yeah, he played Buddy Lembeck he played Buddy Lembeck on Charles in Charge. In the 70s, he played Tommy Bradford as one of the sons in 8 is Enough. But I didn't know that. I only knew him from Charles in Charge. But every time I saw anything about Willie Ames, he's like, oh, from 8 is Enough. I'm like, no, he's not. He's from Charles. He plays Buddy Lembeck. Always. That always annoyed me. Anyway, Nicole Eggert.
Yep.
Okay, if you remember, she was in a movie called Blown Away with both of the Corys. Just saying.
Both Corys were in that?
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. Yep.
Really?
She hated it. I remember her being on Carson Daly one time, and he talked about it. She's like, I'm not talking about it. He's like, she won't talk about it. She doesn't like it. She's like, no. It was like one of the worst things she's ever done in her whole life. Me, I loved it. I'll let you guys decide why. Anyway, Scott Baio, man, what do you want? It was such a cool show. It was, I don't know, I just loved it. He was in college. He had notable guest stars. Super amount of guest stars.
Was Alf on it?
Alf was not on it, unfortunately.
Well then, Chris.
I'm just saying. There were I'm trying to
Tom Hanks.
No, but where the heck are all the I had a whole list of people that were on here.
All right. Well, maybe while you go over there, I can give you a little bit about living.
So give me. Oh, I'm sorry. Go by all means. Go.
See, I haven't even thought about
Totally forgot. Sorry. I was so.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. Samantha M.U.S.C.L.E had a friend. Okay, her friend's name was Charlie Briscoe.
Played by
Leah Remini.
Right. Okay.
All right. So she had a friend, and the funny thing is, I never knew who Leah Remini was before King of Queens, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. And I had no idea.
See, I knew her from the other one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. The show lasted one season, 12 episodes.
Oh, really?
In the year 1989.
Living Dolls,
September to December 1989. It didn't last long, so it is what it is. So anyway, this is there was a backdoor pilot, as they call it, right? They kind of did this on Empty Nest also, where they have Leah Remini was on there as a friend of Samantha M.U.S.C.L.E. Samantha's dabbling in modeling, and Charlie, comes to visit.
Do you remember that one?
And she did so. It was discovered she's very photogenic and became, like a model through a modeling agency for teenage girls. Okay, so here's the deal with that. I'm going to tell you right now that Vivica A. Fox played Emily Franklin in the episode of Who's the Boss where this was going on.
Right.
They recast almost everybody.
Yeah.
For that, or a couple people, or whatever. Leah Remini stayed the same. They replaced Vivica Fox with Halle Berry, and this was Halle Berry's first acting gig.
Okay.
So also in the show was Michael Learned, or whatever you want to call her. She plays Trish Carlin. Michael, she's a woman. She was on the Waltons. She played Olivia Walton. Okay. In the 70s, back in the 70s.
Right. On the Waltons.
John Ritter was also on the Waltons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that John Ritter from Three's Company.
Yep.
So he played Reverend Matthew Fordwick. Allison Elliott was on the show as Martha Lambert, and Deborah Tucker, Caroline Weldon, who was also in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead and Meatballs 4.
Meatballs 4. Okay.
Right? If you haven't seen Meatballs 4, go watch it. Not the one with the alien. It's not the one with the alien.
There's one with an alien?
Yeah, Meatballs like 2 or 3. I remember it being on HBO all the time. There was like a weird little alien
I think that
thing
might
that
have
walked
been.
around.
That might have been 3.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so dumb.
So that's all there really is to say about this. It was just a modeling agency.
Okay,
that's all there was to it.
So all right, so let's not get too further into that. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for all these.
So we're gonna have RoboCop become a model.
No. Hold on. We're not. No. We're not. No. We're here.
We should have like cards that we can like pull a card and it's like a power play and like you skip
Wild
a turn
cards,
and like all this stuff and like reverse, like I get to take your
That's an
thing
idea.
and stuff.
Mike, are you listening? That's an idea.
Like all this stuff, like a deck of cards, and it's like, all right, man, pick a card, and we get like super like special powers that we can have on top of this. Like Chris can't talk the rest of the round. Like Chris cannot speak.
Well, that completely defeats
and that
the
means
purpose of
I
this.
get to make what I want and put RoboCop in it with Vicky from Small Wonder.
This is his own personal oasis. It's Ready Player Ken. That's what this is. He's what he's making.
That's it.
I'm really sorry, guys. I don't know why
it's
I can't find.
Hey, nobody cares. It's fine.
It was like
it's fine.
A lot of stars.
We have star power here. Leah Remini, Halle Berry, Deborah Tucker. We're good.
Okay. Guess what? This. If you're okay, blah blah blah. If you ask
Chachi.
me,
You want Chachi
no,
to be in this?
no. If you
He's
ask
living
me,
in the
stop. It's a
modeling agency.
spin-off. It's a spin-off. Nicole
I have an idea.
Eggert.
Let me speak. I have a really good idea. I have a really good idea.
But so do I.
Nicole Eggert goes to a modeling agency.
Yes.
Right? And because she can. And she
Because
goes there. She joins this one.
Because she wants, right?
Right. But the stipulation is Chachi's there.
Yes, has
Charles
to chaperone her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
No, Charles comes with the modeling agency or something like that.
Wait, what? Because he's in college. Maybe he gets an internship there or something.
Or
I don't know what
the
he
Living
studied in
Dolls
college.
need a new place. Their house was just zoned as commercial property. Nobody's allowed to live there anymore.
Okay.
And they go there to make the modeling agency. The representative of the house who can sell the house is the inherited person of the house, who is, what's her name in the show?
Jamie.
Her name is Jamie. She inherited the house from her parents. Her parents moved to Sarasota.
Okay.
All right. And now she's there to sell the house. She's the representative. And they want to move the modeling agency in there because now it's zoned for commercial business.
So we're going to keep the same
they go there.
house.
It's the same house. Yes. And they go, "Oh my gosh, like you are really photogenic. You should be a model." They tell this to Jamie. And he says, "Okay, well there's a stipulation. If you move in here, it comes with Charles."
This guy, yeah.
So Scott Baio is still in the house, still on the show. Like that's all there is to it. He comes with the house. So you can buy the house outright, but he's part of it. He's in the contract.
It's subletting. Yeah, this is part of the contract.
It's in the contract. So
this
he's
part of the
living
house is
there.
sublet,
He's always there, like just eating an apple as they're just taking pictures and stuff like that. And she's like modeling, and I guess that's how they
Voguing?
model. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's a great take. And then she's just like looking off screen. It's like, can you look at the camera and be like, I can't. Like what's he doing?
Charles
He's
is
eating
there.
just like a bowl of ramen.
Yeah.
He's just like slurping on the ramen or eating like an apple.
I like that.
Right?
What
You like that?
I like it. I do. Yeah, because that's where I was going. I was basically going in the same direction.
Yeah. So Charles is just there.
What is it called? Charles in front, in charge. Do we take the in charge? Do we take the living?
Charles and Dolls.
Charles is living dolls. Charlie's Angels. Charles Dolls.
Charles's Dolls.
Charles's Dolls is. Can we do that? Why not? Think about it. Think about it for a moment. Living Dolls you had? What year? Did you tell me the years?
Yeah, 89. Charles and Dolls? Charles and Dolls. Charles in Dolls or and Dolls?
I like Charles's Dolls.
Charles's Dolls? I wouldn't even know how to begin to spell that.
Because Charles is
You got
inherent.
apostrophes all over
Hold
the
on,
place.
Charles
It's like that
is
one was
innate-
like a comma.
Charles is inherently plural.
No,
It's not Charles.
It's really not.
It's not Charles.
What are you,
His name is
crazy?
Charles. There's an S at the
Are
end.
you crazy? That's not the way that works.
You don't call him Charles. No, what
He's not
I'm saying.
plural. There aren't two of him. His name
It's
is
like
Charles.
Chris. Chris is like Chris is inherently multiplicity.
But you say Chris is something, and
it's
you
apostrophe.
you,
Right.
it's
It's S
apostrophe.
apostrophe.
S.
No, it's S apostrophe.
No, it's not.
Yes, if you're gonna say my something, it's apostrophe at the end. That's it.
No, it's not.
Yes, there's not. It's not an S apostrophe S. It's an S apostrophe.
You only put.
Nope.
Yup.
Nope.
You only put an
Telling you.
apostrophe at the end if the next word starts with S.
No, not if
Like-
if it ends in an S. You're not adding an extra S.
Chris's slime.
Welcome to Grammar Hour
Chris's slime
with your hosts Ken and Chris.
would not have an S. You wouldn't have three S's in a row. But Chris's.
Pancakes has an S, has only an apostrophe.
No, it doesn't.
I'm telling you it does.
Listen,
I'm telling you it
we're
does.
going to put a pin in that. We're going to discuss
Okay.
it.
Anyway,
When you see the final video on YouTube, it will have the correct grammar in there.
No, it won't.
We will research and it will be
are we
perfect.
calling it Charles's Dolls?
Charles's Dolls.
All right. Or instead of the plural,
Yeah.
why not just Charles Dolls? No, think
Dolls
on it.
of Charge. Of Charles.
Dolls in charge.
Dolls and...
Dolls in charge.
Dolls.
It sounds like Charles in charge, but it's Dolls in charge. Because they're in charge now. They own the house.
No, but Charles never owned the house and he was in charge.
Only of the
always in
kids,
charge.
not of these dolls. Now the dolls are in charge. Eating that apple and that with the ramen. He's eating ramen. He's eating a bowl of ramen with an apple in it.
How about Charles in charge of dolls?
It's too much. Says the guy that always loves too much. Okay.
So I don't know.
I don't know why that's happening.
The Dolls in Charge.
What do you want to do? What do you think?
Dolls in Charge.
No, we're good here. I like Dolls in Charge. What do you like? Say it. Yep. What do you like?
Dolls
which one?
in Charge.
No, I was asking which one you like, though.
Dolls in Charge.
All right, Dolls in Charge.
Good. Done. How do you like that? I don't know. I bet he had high hopes for Charles in Charge. I'm sorry. Man.
No, I just want to talk about it. I just loved it. I just
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
man.
No.
Squat's done, but Chris has more stuff.
Tube Squat's done. We're going into... what are we doing? Toy Squat, this one. Even Toy Squats. Here we go. Toy Squat. Stay tuned.
Charles in Charge, the board game. Weird.
I wish, Kenny, that there was the god. I would pray to the gods of the 80s every day if I could get a new 80s toy every day. But I don't want it, you know, I don't want it new. I want it used. I want some old G.I. Joes with the broken crotches where you can swing their legs around. I want busted up metal Transformers that are just all like, you know? God. Remember Gumby? Anyway, we're in Toy Squat. That whole thing was to tell you that we're in Toy Squat. And here at Toy Squat, we're taking 2 randomly chosen toys given to us each by the universe. I don't know what he has. He doesn't know what I have. We're going to reminisce. We're going to talk about them. And then...
we're smushing them together.
Making a brand new toy. That's going to be out probably in Christmas of 2019. I'm already setting the date.
No, Christmas of 1989, Chris. If you want this toy, you have to go into the past again.
2089.
2089.
Yeah.
The 80s are coming back.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to make it. Oh, it's sad.
Well,
oh, hold on. Like what you do
wait a minute. We're not going to make it?
We're not going to make
You're
it. You're not going to see the 80s.
I'm not going to hit the 2080s?
It's almost the 20s right now. And there's no way you're going.
How old are we?
There's no way you have another 60 left in you, Chris.
No, we can make it.
Chris,
we're making it.
Another 60
We're going to be doing this show into the 80s.
You're going to be like 110, 112 years old. You're not making it.
Oh, no, that's right.
You're not making it.
If we hit
I'll be
over
Robocop
100?
your brain. Yes.
Dang it, man.
You're going to be 100.
I'm not going to make the 80s.
You're going to be 101 when it becomes 2080.
Oh, no.
Even if you get 100 in you.
I want to be... Oh, I'm not getting 100. I mean...
If you hit 100, you're hitting 2079.
Oh, man. You just gave away my age. Oh, man. I wanted to be... We're not going to be in the 80s. You're certainly not making the 80s. Oh, I just hurt my side now. That hurts me. Physically and in my heart.
Yep. I'm sorry, man.
Give me your toy. Come on. Give me your toy.
This will put a smile on your face, Chris.
Oh, man. I'm really... That's...
All you need to do is read his shirt.
agbear? Wait, what?
agbear. Okay, Chris, come on. Who do you have?
Oh.
M.U.S.C.L.E.
M.U.S.C.L.E.
Because we just talked about M.U.S.C.L.E.
We just talked about M.U.S.C.L.E. Yeah, we did.
Segments.
Oh man. Okay, but mine's a little. Yeah, give me agbear. I'm depressed.
Hold on.
We just depressed ourselves. Come on, I gotta tell you about these muscle guys. But really, the one I got is what they're really called, from where they originated from.
Do I have to go first?
Yeah, go first. Why, you don't have anything?
What?
You don't have it? Ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay, go.
Okay.
agbear. Tell me agbear. agbear, I'm trying to remember agbear. I never had agbear. Did you ever?
Do you remember agbear?
I remember, but I don't
remember anything about this thing.
I don't remember anything about it.
It's an interactive teddy bear that responds to voice.
Yeah, I remember somebody I knew, a cousin or somebody had. Sorry, I'm sitting. I'm like in the background talking on the microphone. I apologize.
It came out in 1985.
I'm pretty sure like a cousin of mine had one.
The same year as Teddy Ruxpin. Teddy Ruxpin, you put tapes in.
Teddy Ruxpin was awesome.
agbear.
Which came first?
Stands for almost grown. They're two different things.
Yeah,
almost grown bear. Okay.
Yeah.
He came in brown, and then they came out with versions in white and gray. He wore a blue corduroy shirt. There were some variations. They wore a red shirt.
Maybe I did have this guy.
They also had Grandpa A.G., Grandma A.G., Veronica was the sister. She was pretty popular. And then they had some baby ones. It was created by Axlon, the company formed by Nolan Bushnell, who made Atari and Chuck E. Cheese. Father of video games, they say, right?
Yeah.
So, listen, here's the deal. It was like a mix between Teddy Ruxpin, which came out in 85, same year, and Furby, which came out in 1998, which says a lot. But Furby, I don't know if the Furby talked in real language.
No, it didn't.
No, I understand that. But the concept, I'm explaining the concept.
Don't. Just don't. Just
I'm
don't.
I'm
I
explaining
don't want to.
the concept of this.
In
is
that it could.
and that's how it was.
could talk
they could
to
talk
each
to
other.
each other.
Yeah.
Yes, and they fed off voices. The bear would talk when it wanted to. It didn't necessarily respond all the time. It was sometimes it just listens.
Oh, so
that's how the company puts it out there. Sometimes it just listens to you.
It was a dick. It was
Basically just did what it wanted to.
Wow.
But two of them next to each other could speak
talk
to
all
each
day.
other and go.
And then when you try to interrupt, they'd go.
But that's the thing. And now I'll give you what an agbear sounds like. Okay.
Oh,
First
creepy.
of all,
So creepy, man. Come
yeah,
on.
but that's fine. That's fine.
Give me my Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah. No.
Oh, I love Teddy Ruxpin.
You did?
We're not gonna make the 80s. Oh.
Okay. So it mimics the intonation, which is the attitudes and the emotions of a speaker. So when you ask a question and you say, "Hey, that couch is dirty," or if you say, "Hey, that couch is dirty," that's your intonation.
Wow, really?
That's how it works, and it kind of asks questions, responds like that.
Okay.
It's
So if I went, "You're a jerk," it'd go, "No, I'm not."
Yeah. Nope, wrong.
Okay.
That was not.
What Kenny is doing right now.
AG bears talking to each other.
Okay. So creepy. Okay, so
this was groundbreaking.
Let me explain for people that are not
1985.
watching this, and you can't see it anyway. It's two bears not facing each other. They're back to back.
But it doesn't matter.
It's just
And
weird.
this was them talking to each other.
Yeah, creepy.
Okay? Yeah.
Creepy.
So nightmares. You're welcome.
Nightmare. Things nightmares are made of.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. So they called it bear talk. Mm-hmm. All right.
Of course it did.
Yeah, the intonation. It's a sub section of linguistics in general.
Okay, great. Can I tell you about these guys?
Yeah, intonation is the difference between questions and statements.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Partly.
Okay.
But yeah. Give me a little bit.
Okay, so
about,
muscle. But first,
muscle.
I got to tell you, muscle is what they're referred to in North America.
Yes.
Kinkeshi is the Japanese what they are. Sure. I'm going to give you a little. This is relevant, Kenny. So don't tell me this isn't relevant.
Litigation news.
It's not litigation.
Coming up.
Keshi is a Japanese word for eraser.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so they were erasers.
Yeah, they were little. Well, in Japan they were collectible erasers. That's what Kinkeshi. That's what Keshi are.
Itty bitties when I was in school, and they go on the end of your pencil.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
little
No, these
dinosaurs
weren't
and
that.
Dragons
Right.
and birds.
This wasn't that. Kinkeshi is a contraction of. I want to get this right. I want to get it right. It's a. I can't. I don't think I can read it. It's like Kinikume Keshi Gomu.
Whoa.
Which is basically an eraser made from kinnikuman.
Uh-huh.
Kinnikuman is a manga. Okay, kinnikuman itself means
Manga or
muscle
manga?
man. Manga means muscle man, and it was a manga that they made. And what happened was, they created little erasers. I'm over here. Hey, up here, Kenny. All right. They made a little line of these hard rubber eraser characters. All right. I say manga. It doesn't matter. I'm American. That's what happens.
But he
It's
goes out
manga.
of his way to say "capopeta."
It's not the way I said it. Anyway, first launched in '83 in Japan, came here in '85 for the American market, renamed as M.U.S.C.L.E, which stands for. Do you know what it stands for?
It was like miniature.
Nope. Million.
No. Universal. Underlings.
It's muscle. There's one U. You keep saying U words. M.U.S.C.L.E.
Yeah, I'm trying to guess the U word.
Oh. Well, you didn't have the first one.
Miniature? What did
Nope.
you say it was? Muscular?
Nope.
You said it was millions.
Playing this game.
Millions under. Millions.
How about this? Millions of.
What? Millions
I'm
of.
giving millions of-
Universal. Universe.
No. There's no universe.
Usurpers.
No. I'm just going to tell you what it is.
No. Give me this one. I want to guess. I want to get one. Come on. There are like six letters, right?
Try S. Should I give you the U?
No. Try. No. What's the U?
Unusual.
Millions of unusual.
He's close.
Species?
Nope. What were they?
They were silly. They were small. Millions. Hold on. Millions of universal small.
No, not universal.
What's the U?
Millions of unusual.
Oh, millions of unusual small. I got 3 left. Creatures.
Yes.
Yes! That's all I wanted. I wanted 1 out of 6. All right.
L.
Little. Leaving.
No. Well, it's a verb.
Late.
That's not a verb.
Lunging.
No.
Luchador.
Not a verb. That's a noun.
If I luchador somebody, you know exactly what I did.
Well, do I? Well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna give it to you.
No. L.
This is killing too much time.
L.
Oh, I hope you're all enjoying this. So
Millions of unusual.
Does that matter, Chris?
Small. Millions of unusual small. Did we?
You said creatures.
Creatures. Oh, creatures. Doing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
L-E.
They are leaking. They're leaking. Sure. That's a verb.
Sure.
They're leaking erasers.
Close.
They're leaking.
It's not leaking.
Experience.
Not leaking experience.
They are leaving.
Can I just tell you? Lurking everywhere. Okay, great. Say the whole thing. Muscle. Millions of unusual small creatures lurking everywhere. Holy Lord, that took so long. I didn't even get to what these things are, man.
Don't care.
They're little
We're
hard
moving on.
rubber things. They came in. They're little.
They all talk to each other. All of them. They all sound like the teachers in
So we're done.
Charlie Brown.
Muscles are the little hard rubber guys that had a little. They're wrestling guys, right? There you go. Now I can't tell you anymore. Fine. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna make them. They have computer chips in them. They're creepy. Not only do they talk to each other, they move.
They move.
You know how, like, when you put the vibrating things, they can move around because of the vibration? Yeah, they just move. You put a little switch, and they talk to each other. Like,
Are we calling these almost grown? Ooh, small. They're almost grown. We have to replace the word small with almost grown. What word do we get?
Replace small with almost grown?
The word small, we're going to put A.G. in there. Moogle.
A.G. muscle?
M.U.A.G.C.L.E.
A.G.
M.U.A.G.C.L.E.
Hold on.
We're taking small and putting almost grown in there instead. Millions of unusual almost grown creatures lurking everywhere. What do you think?
Moggle. What? That's horrible.
Well, what do you want?
Can you do you don't like A.G. muscles? A.G. muscle?
Muscle bear.
God, they're creepy little bastards. They're just
muscle bear?
They're just I don't like them.
You don't?
No, I like it. I don't like them.
The muscle. They came in.
I like it.
Tell me a little bit more about these things. They came out in different colors eventually, right? They tried to.
They started in the flesh color. They started in the flesh color.
There was a wrestling ring.
They came out with a ring. You can get them in a 4-pack. You can get them in a 10-pack.
Jar, like a little
that
jug.
little plastic can, right? The clear can, or they came in a. I have a picture of it, of a 28-pack. They had a 28-pack of these guys.
Yeah, I never had any of them. They had one that was like a
I had
hand.
tons
Remember
of
the
these.
hand?
I had
like the head and stuff like that.
Remember this? Remember that huge 8-pack? I don't know if you guys can see it.
There was also an NES game out there.
Yep, they made an NES game. They there was a lot, man. They were flesh colored. They did come out with a bunch of other other colors later on. This is continued into even now they have like Avengers and all little
they actually have licenses.
There's knockoffs. People were selling knockoffs, and if they didn't have this particular brand on it, it was a Y/S and T, which had all of the creators in there. It was Y for the manga team, Yuda Tamago, which was a manga team that was behind the Kinnikuman, and a whole bunch of other people. Anyway, so point is, we're making these tiny little flesh-colored monsters that vibrate to move. They have computer chips. They talk to each other, and they're creepy as hell. Can we just make them really creepy? Just like if you get 4 or more together, they band together and they form patterns.
This sounds a little bit like Puppet Master.
Yes.
The movie that you had. Toulon's Flat.
Yeah, Toulon's Flat. That's good.
That was a good one.
I want them to be. I want if all of a sudden you walk in and your little brother's got like 5 of them together, and you're like, no, 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 no.
They're going.
They're gonna no.
They're going to stage a coup.
You wake up and you hear, and you hear things shuffling around, and you're like,
It's like
oh my
Cat's
God.
Eye. Remember the little
Because they were
troll
always
cat-
at the bottom of
remember
your toy
Cat's
box.
Eye?
Yes, I love
the little
Cat's
troll
Eye.
and the little bell.
Universe, gods of the 80s, I'm praying to you now. Can we please get Cat's Eye soon? Please.
You have to wait until
Thank you.
2083 for Cat's Eye.
I'll
to
be
come back
dead
out.
before
I know
then.
you will. You'll be dead. You'll be dead 4
We're
years.
not going to make the 80s,
You're gonna be
guys.
4 years
Aren't you
dead.
sad for us? We're not going to make the 80s. Some of you will probably make the 2080s. We won't, though. I'm so
not-
sad.
Unless they can start freezing.
Aren't you sad about that? Why aren't you
Chris,
more
Chris,
sad?
If we want to make the 80s, we need to start freezing body parts right now. What goes first?
What do I not need? I guess anything from the waist down, as long as I can play video games and work on the computer and like drive
Really?
a car.
Really?
My knees down? Knees down. That was dumb what I said. Disregard that. Scratch that from the record.
I'd
But
probably lose an elbow.
if you...
An elbow. I didn't say the arm. Just take the elbow
How
off.
does that work? You can't do anything.
Just take the elbow off.
Just gonna
Freeze
play
it.
my game here. Just gonna type out an email. What? Oh, actually, more like this. Just gonna type out an email.
No, that's an elbow. You're bending it.
So,
Do you
so
know
you're
the
saying it won't
definition of
bend?
elbow?
Yeah, then you can't bend your arm.
Chris failed anatomy.
What are you
We're
talking
moving
about?
on. This is called what? Muscle
What
bear?
does the elbow do?
AG muscle and muscle bear.
A muscle bear.
bears.
No, there's no bear involved. Like, get rid of that stupid creepy
AG
bear.
muscle. Nobody's gonna know what AG
Creepy.
stands for.
Exactly. We're not using it. So
So we're
what
gonna
I
call
propose
it.
is.
Okay, so you name it. This is you. This is all in Chris. Name it. Let's go.
I propose. we
I am
call
not
them-
speaking again.
I propose. No, I need some feedback on this. I don't really have anything, Kenny. I was just kidding you, man. I don't have anything, man. Come on. You want to do AG? Kenny. Hey. Kenny. Hey.
Moggle.
Hey, Ken. Hey. Buddy. Moggle.
Moggle.
We're putting AG in the middle of the word muscle if you don't get what the heck we're doing because we're idiots.
AG bear stands for almost grown
This
bear.
is a long
stupid
episode. You know
teddy
how
bear.
long this episode is?
doesn't matter.
We're not even in GameSquat, and each section has been 20 minutes long.
That's fine.
We're just like going, oh, look, there's a tangent. You want to grab onto that? Let's do that.
Yes. We have an editor now. It's
No, I
fine.
want this all
I'm
all
kidding, I'm
in.
kidding.
This is all in. Anyway, I don't care. Can he find Mogwise? Whatever. I don't care. I'm over it.
Okay. M.U.A.G.C.L.E.
That's it.
Muggle mouse, muggle bear.
I don't care. That's it.
That's it. Stay tuned, please. You're not going to want to miss this next one.
I'm so exhausted from this episode.
Game Squat's coming up next, and we're going to need you to be right where you are. Wipe the sweat off the controller because we're picking them up next.
Don't move. It's just.
Happy to be here.
It's just.
welcome back to the Game Squat.
Talk to your microphone, will you?
Welcome back to
Thank you.
the Game Squat.
Thank you.
Paging Mr. Herman. Mr.
Herman.
You have a
It was
phone call
Pee Wee Herman and he's
at the
so
front desk.
I love that. That was so great.
do, right?
I loved it. Yeah.
That's good. So here's what's happening. I have a game. He has a game. I don't know what he has. He doesn't know what I have. They were randomly selected for us.
Universe. Thank you very much.
Keep saying this universe thing.
RNG gods, the gods of RNG. That's it.
And what's going to happen now is we're going to reveal them, and then we're going to make a new game out of it. Some kind of fun. Hopefully.
Some kind of wonderful.
Games usually work out really, really well.
Sometimes they
However, Videodrome and Robocop.
Damn, that was good. That
Yeah,
was good.
I think we started this one off strong.
Charles
I
in
don't know if it's
Charge,
gonna end.
and that was a good one too. That
Charles
worked
and
real
Charles?
well.
Charge?
Dolls
Charles
in
and-
Charge.
Dolls in Charge.
That worked real well. Anyway, let me give it to you.
The
Ready?
muscle thing.
Oh
Sorry,
no,
man.
no!
know,
I think they
you
worked.
I'm going to tell you
Save
right now.
it. Save it for
Up
the
to this-
outro.
Up to
Just
this. Up to this.
save it. Read it.
It's boxing for the Atari 2600 makes a comeback. He has boxing. Activision boxing.
What do you
Great.
want from me? What do you have, man?
I remember the top. It was just like these weird dudes.
Exactly.
That was the game.
I have to tell you something about that. So go ahead.
right.
Give me a game. Give me a game. He's got. Oh my God.
Just read the bottom line.
Professor Pac-Man.
Professor Pac-Man.
Professor
Professor Pac-Man for the arcade. Bring it. Come on, tell me.
Boxing. What do you want to know about this dumb game? It was a top.
It wasn't a dumb game. It was actually decent. I have
Dude, again, box art. Okay, if you guys can see the box art. Okay, but Glory Hound. Box art looks like the thing.
Yeah.
Look over here. It looks like the game.
Yeah.
Right? Remember I said that previously about
it's.
So boxing is, what do you want? It's a boxing game. It could be 1 player, 2 players. You have a 1 button, and you could do combos. If you got real close to the person. Yes, yeah, that's what it said.
You have 1 button, but you can do combos.
Closer punches.
What is it? Hit the button twice.
Closer punches. Okay, so if you hit an opponent, he reels back a little bit, right? If long punches, meaning if you were further away, gives you 1 point. That was a long punch. While closer punches, the power punches.
So it was all
could
in
give
proximity.
Yeah. Wait, there are no knockdowns or rounds, but you could get someone against the rope.
A very small ring.
Yeah, you could get someone against the rope or in the corner, and you could juggle them back and forth.
Could you hug?
No hugging.
Listen, boxers like to hug.
Don't get me started, okay? Don't get me started.
They like to hug. They call it clinching.
If real boxing was like Rocky,
but
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because dude, they're tired. That's tiring, man. That's super tiring, dude.
What is?
Go. Never mind. This is actually based on an unreleased game for the arcade called Boxer from '78. So the man who made this, was Mike. No, Whitehead. What's his face? Bob Whitehead, who was the programmer of this.
Sure was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Professor Pac-Man came out in the arcade. Did come out in the arcade. Boxer, sorry, never came out in the arcade. This hit the big time.
Did I tell you what year this was?
This is the difference, Chris, between a theatrical release and a direct-to-video. Okay? That's what I have here. We have Professor Pac-Man, 1983, on the arcade. Who makes Pac-Man? What company makes Pac-Man? Chris, for $1 million in fake money. Chris, who makes Pac-Man?
You know what, Kenny? I don't remember.
Namco.
Bandai Namco.
This was made by Bally Midway. Boom.
Well, no. Hold on.
They had the United
States
Midway,
rights. Yeah, hold on. Midway.
To Pac-Man. And then they developed a bunch of Pac-Man games.
Didn't Midway do all
Namco's...
Oh, is this a Tetris situation?
No.
Where all those people make Tetris?
They kind of had the license at the time, so they just made this game.
Because Midway made a whole bunch of
Yeah, they made a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Baby Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man.
So what is this one? What the hell are you doing this one? I don't remember.
This is Professor Pac-Man. It's a quiz show. There were a lot of visual puzzles where they would have a couple pictures on there.
What does it look like? Can you show me something?
Which two are the same? Which 2 pictures are the same?
I do remember this. Yeah, I do remember this.
But the thing is, you were racing against somebody else, and you weren't players in the game, Chris. No, when you went to the arcade and you plugged your quarters in, you put your quarters in there, and you hit 2-player. You were now pupils. You were pupils of Professor Pac-Man. You weren't just player 1, player 2. You were pupil 1, pupil 2, pupil 1, pupil 2. Don't you forget that. That's the way this works. 7th Pac-Man title from Bally Midway. They also had things. They had a phone would be dialed on the screen. What number was just dialed? And you had to guess before the other person which number was dialed. That's all I need to tell you about this game.
Okay, great.
It was a quiz game, multiple choice questions. They came out with question packs month after month to keep it fresh so nobody could memorize the game or anything. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? I asked you a question.
Who put the packs in there?
What do you mean?
Paxman.
So, folks, I quit. There's not going to be a 63.
What are you talking about?
There's not going to be a 63.
How do you combine these two?
Because that was a bad pun. It was a dad joke. We don't do dad jokes on this show.
Listen, as a father.
We don't do dad jokes. We don't do father jokes.
As fathers. Either. Boxing.
What are we doing? Boxing?
I'm not doing a dumb quiz show.
It's going to be a quiz show about boxing. How about this? How about this? I ask you a question. You know those games with the punching bag in the arcade?
Yeah.
This is going to be like that, except
it's an arcade game. We haven't made an arcade game.
We're making an arcade game
since the other Pac-Man game we made.
Oh my god!
The only other Pac-Man game we had, we made an arcade game.
It was Operation Wolf and Pac-Man,
and we had a Pac-Man suit.
You had a Pac-Man suit that you got into, and you actually shot things through the maze.
Why did we have a Pac-Man suit?
It doesn't matter. This is Chris.
Because it was virtual reality. Remember?
Okay, listen. Let me go through this.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna love this. All right. Punching bag in the arcade. You hit it. how fast does it go? How fast did you hit it? How hard did you hit it? They have that one, right? They probably have another one where it's almost like Punch Out, where you kind of like duck and you do this, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so this one has punching bag gloves. This one has gloves, and you stand there, and it's a question and answer game.
Okay.
All right, and if you get the question right, it's one glove or the other glove, and it has maybe there's an LCD on there, an LED, right? Which has, do you pick answer A? Or answer
they
B.
attach or there's attached to something you can.
Yeah, it's on the machine.
Yeah, right.
No, you don't touch it. You stand there, Chris, and you say, "I choose answer A," and you have to do it as quickly as possible because guess what? Boom!
Oh, it hits you.
If you get it wrong, it hits you.
I like that.
You don't hit it; it hits you.
Okay.
That's all there is to it.
Okay.
Right, and there's two people. Let's say there's two people.
I say it's reversed. So the player one here and player two there. You can like the race car games are connected.
Yeah.
If two people can connect to each other, or you can play one person.
So you
one
stand
person
there, yeah, with the thing.
Yeah.
So that's it. So you get punched.
You get punched. Okay.
That's it. So your game was called Boxer?
Boxing. Boxer was the one that wasn't released, Ken.
I know, but we might use that.
Professor Pac-Man. No, I'm just saying.
Pac-Man is the cash cow in this one.
So you got to use it.
Yes. So we need to use Pac-Man. All right. We need
Boxer,
to use
boxing, Patman. God almighty.
Whack-Man.
Whack-Man.
Professor Whack-Man.
No professor. Professor?
Professor Whack-Man.
Dang it, I forgot to unplug it. Man.
Sackman. Whack-Man. Hackman.
Punchman. Punch Pack. Patch Punk. Pack Punch. Packs a punch. It's a game that packs a punch. I just got the tagline. I was the tagline. Pack Punch. Pack Punch quiz. Huh?
Hold on.
That's a good one. Pack Punch quiz. Put the words quiz. It's time to end the show, man. Come on. It's time to end the show.
I don't know. I don't know how he did it, but I think Pack Punch.
Yes. So it's Pack Dash Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Pack Punch.
It's the game. It's the quiz game that packs a punch. Give me a mic. Mic drop. Knock it over. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So, all right. Good.
Cool.
Good. All right.
All right. Now, Kenny, we can go back. All right. Let's go back. Way back to literally 60 minutes ago.
All right. Now, boxing isn't a bad game on the Atari 2600. It's not. However, Robocop, Charles in Charge, and M.U.S.C.L.E, like that's a 3 for 3 right there.
That's good. We had Robocop and Videodrome. We did good. I enjoy that one. We came up with Robocop and Videodrome.
We did well.
Weller. We did Peter Weller. Could we have done Peter Weller, Kenny?
We couldn't have done any Peter Weller.
Boom. There it is. Moving on. Charles in Charge and Living Dolls. Living Dolls was a spin-off of I was going to say Charles in Charge. Who's the boss? Charles they rent that house now, becomes the Living Dolls house. They're models. It becomes the model house, if you will. Yeah. And Charles is there eating ramen, and Nicole Eggert is in it.
Hold on. Arrested Development. I was just saying the model house. Remember they lived in the model house?
Yeah. Season 5 is
Bob
coming
Loblaw?
back. Yeah, Scott Baio. Yeah.
That's just
and
crazy.
Henry Winkler's actually their lawyer
I know,
also.
But I'm just totally crazy.
Yeah, you didn't get that? Good. He got it. Good.
What's there to get?
I don't know. Season 5, end of this month. Can't wait.
M.U.S.C.L.E.
Okay.
M.U.A.G.C.L.E. What does M.U.S.C.L.E. stand for?
Millions of...
Not unusual, small creatures lurking everywhere.
Boom. I like our toy because it's creepy as all hell.
Yeah,
little creatures that move by themselves and talk to each other.
I like the word skedaddle. I like the word conniving. These are all things that they can be described as.
Is this on the back? This is on the box, on the package? Yeah. Basically, it's don't buy these. They'll ruin your life.
They will ruin your life. They're basically like little miniature trolls.
But only if you get them in 5 or more. I said 4 before. I think 5. 5 or more.
5 or more?
5 or more is when you...
4 is...
If 4... Okay, they're okay. But if you have 5 or more, that's why you throw them in the bottom of your toy chest, because you don't want them together. But they'll find ways to get to each other.
Sounds good.
They never turn off. And then we have, and then we just did this boxing thing.
Yeah.
Pac-Punch.
Pac-Punch.
The quiz game that packs a punch. I like it.
I want to see you play
How many
that
arcade games have we made? I think that's our second arcade game.
I don't know if they're arcade, but they're very interactive, the arcade games.
No, but us, I mean. We've only created those 2, both using Pac-Man property. I don't think we ever created. I'm always like, we'll make arcade, and you're like, shut up. So, we don't.
I don't know, but it worked out well. So, but
anyway, this has been a long episode. I enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So we're gonna end the show. That was a show. Yeah. Any things you want to say? You want to say some things? You want to plug some stuff? We got some stuff to plug. retrosquat.com. 1UpX Esports. If you guys haven't checked this out, check out 1UpX Esports. If you didn't chat, you can click on his name. Matt, is that Matt or Chris? I don't even know who's in here right now. I assume it's Matt. But go check them out. We do a show with them called Kick-Ass Gamer Show on their channel on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, it was a heck of a lot of fun.
So go check that out because that's awesome. And go check out their 1UpXEsports.com. That's going to do it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for commenting.
You want to be on the show? Let us know. Demand to be on the show. We'll get you on it.
That's right.
You don't need anything fancy.
Just a brain. You need a brain. You need your imagination.
Need to get a way to get your voice to us. Phone, Skype, anything like that.
Skype, yeah. We'll figure it out.
AIM.
No.
Trillion.
Nope.
Does Trillion work with the Twitch chat?
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
Sorry.
What else is it? That's it. Good stuff.
MSN Messenger? Is that still around?
Nope.
Is that still a thing?
Nope.
ICQ?
Nope.
None
ICQ might be around, but not in that form though. Remember Room Busters in AIM? In AOL chat rooms?
No.
That's how I used to get stuff. You used to have to use a separate program to bust into the room because it'd be full, and you'd have to get into that room to be able to get the download stuff. Yeah.
Download stuff?
Yeah.
What would you download from it?
It was the early days of piracy.
Really?
Yeah. You used to have to use a room buster to break into a room because they'd give you the code, and you'd have to download parts of a program and like hundreds of parts, and then a program would put it all together. Man, internet was crazy back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Woo.
All dial-up.
Anyway, 80s never die. That's right. 80s never die. Give me a little.
Chris is gonna die before the next 80s roll around. He's so upset about that. He's not gonna see
How
the
are you not upset about that?
2080s. Dude, man, I'm not gonna make it to 40s. I'm not gonna make it to 2040s.
Man.
You know what I mean? I have 20 years at best, and I probably have a lot less than that.
Oh, come on.
I'm just letting you know.
You'll probably outlive me.
No.
God.
No.
Anyway, nice morbid way to end this. Thanks, Ken. Anyway, good stuff.
Tim told me one time. Tim, our friend Tim. He tells me one time and says, I say to him, Tim, there's not 100. Like nothing's positive in life. There's nothing. Nothing is a sure thing. I said, it's not 100% that I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. And he goes, yes, it is.
I remember.
And I said, Tim, I said, no, it's not. I said, it's not 100% chance that I wake up tomorrow alive. And he goes, yes, there is. And I said, no, there's not. And I almost wanted to just prove him wrong. And just be like, you see, Tim? And like leave a note. I didn't wake up, you idiot. What's wrong with him? It's not 100% chance. It's not. It might be close, but it's not 100.
The best is these were the conversations that you had. But
he always would just say the opposite of what you needed to say.
To these conversations, and if he said A, Tim had to say B. Bottom line.
Matter.
Bottom line.
Wall is brown. Well, actually, he's named Spider-Man. That's Alf in the back of the picture. He's from Melmac. Well,
that's not 100% true. That was good stuff. Anyway, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. So next week, we're going to be building a new set. Check it out. See what we come up with.
That's right. 80s. Never say die.
Just like the Goonies never say die.
He did. He killed Sloth.
You helped. You approved it. I don't hear any. I don't need more. I don't need any more. Oh, you approved it. Yeah, and you said. What did you say? You said, "Oh yeah, well he probably wasn't in the best of health. Probably got a tooth infection." Oh, who's the one that found the thing that killed him? Wasn't Chris? It was Ken. Ken found the thing that killed Sloth. You're an accessory to murder. I rest my case.
I kind of didn't fight it.
Thank you, guys. We're going to see you on the next stream. Later.
Bye. I'm sad about Sloth.
Yeah.